Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we have come to you with a very good news that the extreme poverty in India has faced a sharp decline from approximately 27.1% in 2011-12, it was 27.1% to less than 5.3%, that is 22-23. In 11 years, from 2012, 11 and 12 to 22 to 23, we have witnessed a sharp decline in extreme poverty. This is the data of World Bank. ठीक है? And if we talk about in absolute numbers, this is a total of 270 million Indians have been removed from extreme poverty as per World Bank. So of course that's a very very good news. But here in this video we will be delving into the details. एक तो government के actions. Secondly, very important thing that ये sharp change जो था वो कहाँ देखा गया? What are the geographical areas where we have witnessed the highest decline in extreme poverty? ठीक है? So talking about this news item at first, ये जो वर्ल्ड बैंक की एक डेटा आई थी, अभी रिसेंटली ही वर्ल्ड बैंक की डेटा आई है that India has witnessed a sharp decline in extreme poverty. ठीक है? But this is a very interesting thing to encounter कि वर्ल्ड बैंक ने एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी लाइन के लाइन को इंक्रीज किया. ठीक है? They have actually increased the poverty line estimates. Poverty line has been raised in terms of extreme poverty only. It has been raised from $2.15 per day to $3 per day. अगर poverty line बढ़ती है, ठीक है, if the poverty line is increased, so of course you expect that more number of population are going to experience that. ज्यादा लोग उस poverty को encounter करेंगे, ठीक है? But despite of this fact that the poverty line has been increased, the total number of population facing extreme poverty has declined in India is itself a remarkable achievement. ठीक है? So if we talk about, try to compare the data from 2011-12 to 22-23, the changes are according to this. As per the World Bank says, this is 27.1%. In 2011-12, it was 27.1% facing extreme poverty, and it has come down to 5.3% in 2022-23. ठीक है? अगर रूरल और अर्बन एरिया के एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी को एनालाइज किया जाए तो रूरल एरिया में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी हैज डिक्लाइन फ्रॉम 18.4% टू 2.8% एंड अर्बन एरिया में एक्सट्रीम पॉवर्टी हैज डिक्लाइन फ्रॉम 10.7% टू 1.1%. ठीक है? सो बोथ in rural as well as urban area there is a severe decline in extreme poverty, but अगर देखा जाए तो rural area की extreme poverty बहुत ज्यादा decline की है. That means urban area की extreme poverty तो कम हुई ही है, but in rural areas also extreme poverty has gone down drastically. ठीक है? This was the rural urban gap. But apart from rural urban gap, there are certain states who have performed extremely well. ठीक है? In terms of their poverty eradication and poverty alleviation programs, they have done wonderful job, and that includes these states. It includes the states of Bihar, Jharkhand, UP, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, and Chhattisgarh. ठीक है? So it is of course Odisha. So it is these states who have taken tremendous steps for poverty eradication, or geographically speaking, it is these states. All across the country, rural extreme poverty has gone down in an extreme form. ठीक है? अभी recently ही household consumption survey की एक report आई थी. Household consumption survey basically talks about कि public का expenditure pattern कैसा है. ठीक है? So that expenditure pattern also helps us to determine कि are we able to remove people from poverty or not. ठीक है? We will try to decipher this data from this graph. If we look at the expenditure, household consumption pattern. So, okay, let's look at the larger graph. So, rural area versus urban area में what is the condition of monthly per capita expenditure? ठीक है? So, monthly per capita expenditure has increased in rural area. So this is the data of 22-23, whereas this is the data of 23-24. The yellow color denotes rural area, whereas the blue color denotes urban area. अगर monthly per capita expenditure की बात की जाए, so rural area in 22-23 was per head they were spending 3,773 rupees. ठीक है? But in urban area they were spending 6,459 rupees. But in 23-24 कि इनका ओवरऑल मंथली पर कैपिटा एक्सपेंडिचर हैज इंक्रीज्ड. It has increased almost close to 7,000 rupees per capita per month in urban area, whereas it has increased to 4,100, more than 4,000 rupees per capita per month, ठीक है, in rural area. So this also shows कि overall personal disposable income बढ़ गया. पर्सनल डिस्पोजेबल इनकम बढ़ जाने से ओवरऑल वो फैमिली का या पर हेड का एक्सपेंडिचर बढ़ जाएगा, ठीक है. सेकेंडली, दिस ग्राफ शोज कि फूड आइटम्स वर्सेस नॉन फूड आइटम्स में एक्सपेंडिचर कैसा रहा था इन रूरल एरिया वर्सेस अर्बन एरिया, ठीक है. सो दिस इज द डिनोशन ऑफ रूरल एरिया, whereas this is the denotion of urban area over a period of 2011-12, 22-23 and 23-24, ठीक है. So food items में the overall expenditure has gone down in rural area, ठीक है. So is the case with urban area as well. इसका मतलब overall कोई family जो food items में खर्च करती, ठीक है, that has gone down. Why has it gone down? Is because of some of the major schemes that have been introduced by the government, of course. Plus the overall per capita income has also increased. तो per capita income बढ़ जाने की वजह से as and when the per capita income increases, overall the family's expenditure on food items tends to reduce. On the other hand, अगर इसी ग्राफ को हम लोग रूरल एरिया के नॉन फूड आइटम्स को स्टडी करने की कोशिश करें तो the expenditure on non food items has tended to increase not only in rural area but also in urban area, ठीक है. The non-food items expenditure has increased. 2011-12 में काफी कम था, उससे काफी बढ़ करके 22-23. Although it has increased marginally in past 1 year, but non-food items में expenditure has been way higher than the food items में expenditure. So is the case with rural area as well as the urban area. अर्बन एरिया में अगर आप देखोगे तो देयर इज अ स्लाइट डिक्लाइन. 22-23 में जो नॉन फूड आइटम्स में एक्सपेंडिचर हो रहा था उससे थोड़ा सा कम हुआ है इन नॉन फूड आइटम्स एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ 23 and 24, ठीक है. बट ऑल इन ऑल इफ यू ट्राई टू डिसाइफर दीज फैक्ट्स तो इससे एक पॉइंट निकल करके आता है कि ईदर कि डेफिनेटली द पर्सनल डिस्पोजेबल इनकम हैज इंक्रीज, दैट मींस पर कैपिटा इनकम हैज इंक्रीज. पर कैपिटा इनकम इंक्रीज होने की वजह से उनका ओवरऑल एक्सपेंडिचर की कैपेबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है. But apart from this, once the per capita income increases, it also reduces the expenditure on food, non-food items, food items. But apart from this, government has also introduced several schemes to ensure कि हर घर में अनाज पहुंच सके. And of course, that has led to decline in expenditure on the food items. Going by these schemes one by one, we of course have the Jan Dhan Yojana, which was introduced by the government in 2014 itself. And it was a tremendous scheme जो कि financial penetration में remarkable achievements लेकर आई. Under the Jan Dhan Yojana, people were permitted to open up zero balance accounts. अब क्योंकि उनके पास zero balance account होने लगा तो हर किसी के पास account होने लगा. Now that led to the informal money lenders to being removed from this financial channel. Informal money lenders जो बहुत high interest charge करते हैं उनसे हम लोग अपने गलिबल रूरल पॉपुलेशन को या गलिबल पुअर अर्बन पॉपुलेशन को भी बाहर निकाल पाए बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फाइनेंशियल पेनिट्रेशन प्रोग्राम, ठीक है. एवरीबडी वर एबल टू ओपन अप अ बैंक अकाउंट. नेक्स्ट was the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, the entrepreneurs were granted money, loans, I would say cheaper loans under different stages. आपका entrepreneurship का level कैसा है, profit generation कितना है, on that basis cheaper loans were provided under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, ठीक है. So that also promoted entrepreneurship and overall the per capita income has increased, ठीक है. Apart from this, we also had a remarkable achievement in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana actually was intending to give us the basic needs of roti kapda makan, ठीक है. So pakka house in rural and urban areas were built under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, ठीक है. So that also helped us to ensure कि everybody had a concrete house, ठीक है, जो कि फ्लड के कंडीशंस में या हेवी रेनफॉल के कंडीशंस में वो जो हाउसेस चले जाते थे, अब नाउ दैट दे हैव अ कंक्रीट हाउस तो दे डोंट नीड टू स्पेंड ईयरली ऑन देयर हाउसेस, ठीक है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना, वी ऑल्सो हैव ऑफ कोर्स द गरीब कल्याण योजना, ठीक है. गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना के लिए एक प्रीकर्सर था by the name National Food Security Act. National Food Security Act was introduced in 2013 itself, जो कि 75% ऑफ द कंट्री के पॉपुलेशन को वेरी चीप फूड एट 3 रुपी 2 रुपी 1 रुपी राइस व्हीट एंड कोर्स ग्रेन्स वर प्रोवाइडेड, ठीक है. बट ड्यूरिंग कोविड वी अंडरस्टूड कि एक देयर इज अ सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी which cannot afford the rice at 3 rupee, wheat at 2 rupee and coarse grain at 1 rupee as well. तो उनको the government started providing free food, ठीक है. And later on, although this scheme was initiated during COVID, but 22-23 aate this was merged with the National Food Security Act. So now if we try to analyze the kind of schemes that were introduced under the current government, so cheaper food, incentivized loan for entrepreneurship, of course the houses, financial penetration, and we had one more very important scheme called the Swachh Bharat Mission. Swachh Bharat Mission was initially intending to create an open defecation free India, ठीक है. और धीरे धीरे स्वच्छ भारत entered into different sectors, and not only open defecation, cleaning of the city drives, cleaning of the Ganga river, so many areas में स्वच्छ भारत mission was expanded into, ठीक है. So health, sanitation, education, increasing disposable income, promoting entrepreneurship, granting pakka houses, all these things together helped us to reduce the total population under extreme poverty. But apart from this, of course, there were initiatives from the state government as well. There were so many empowered group of ministers which are appointed by the state government who have done good work in implementation of these schemes and the state government schemes to reduce the overall population under extreme poverty. Last but not the least, there was the initiative of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Yojana and Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, which promoted girl child education, and we have been able to reach 100% enrollment, gross enrollment ratio being close to 99.67% in primary education and 96% in secondary education. These factors have been some of the primary factors responsible for reduction of extreme poverty. So with that, we come to the end of this topic. If you have any doubt, please do let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much and all the very best.